How's it going? So today we're back on the TST 20 carrier. Gonna do some more riding and testing on it. Take it off the center stand and step right through, get going. So I normally test like super high powered bikes and scooters and stuff like that. Go like 70, 60, 70 miles an hour. What's cool about this bike is it's a class 2, so it's legal to ride in parks and stuff like that. So that's one thing. Still need to worry about Karens, but you don't have to worry about the actual cops. Yeah, putting in the highest gear, gear 7, and doing the pedaling, you still feel a slight bit of pressure. It doesn't go into that ghost pedaling more, and you're pretty much maxed out on your speed. Well, it's 18 miles an hour. Max is 20 miles an hour on this, so it's kind of like a comfortable way to go. Hey guys, please take a second to hit that subscribe button. I'm really trying to make it to 10,000 subscribers. You can help me with that. I spend a lot of money and time on my channel, so if you enjoy my content, just hit that sub button. Also comment, like, and please watch to the end. Thanks. Oh, is this a torque sensor? Actually, you know what? I think this might be a torque sensing motor. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. That's why it starts so fast. I was wondering, I thought it was cadence only, but I'm pretty sure it's torque. Because in the high gear, if it was cadence only, it would just, kick off like normal. But it took some effort to, get the bike going in the high gear from stop, which lets me know it's a cadence sensor. I mean, it's a torque sensor, not a cadence. So cool. Try to pass some of these people up. Oh. What a beautiful day. It's been so muggy and hot. It's actually on the chillier side right now. I think it's like 60 degrees, but that humidity went away, so we got some dry, cool weather. It's nice. This is what this bike is really made for. It's just cruising along. I haven't visited this park up here in a long time. It's really nice. There's always like thousands of birds and stuff. Sometimes you see some alligators, lots of turtles and whatever. There's ponds everywhere. Just a nice leisurely ride with the family. You can throw a couple kids on the back there. Uh-oh. Good thing this bike has front suspension. This is a super comfortable bike to ride too. I like how the handlebars just come right up to your arms. You're not leaning over, there's no pressure on your lower back. You're just in a nice comfortable seating position, even with your legs getting good extension for pedaling. In my last video I mentioned that I didn't really like the thumb throttle over here. I've kind of gotten used to it now, but I don't really even use it. Just like if I'm getting going or in an awkward position to pedal, I'll use it. But yeah, it works out fine. These kind of bikes, you don't really need a throttle. Pedal assist, like right there. Just hit the throttle a little bit so I can get going. Oh, this dog's out. Good thing he didn't notice me. Such a nice area to come out and ride through. Over here, I walked right up on an alligator. It wasn't a huge one, maybe like a 6 or 7 foot alligator, but I walked up on him because I was filming and I was thinking that I'd be able to get, a little close to him and he would take off, but he just stood his ground and just stayed there. All right. What is that? Oh, look, pretty ducks. And usually there's a bunch of turtles hanging out over here too. Yeah, definitely a beautiful day here. Alright, so if you didn't see my last video, we can go over some of the specs. So this thing has a 750 watt rear hub motor. It's got internal gears, so you feel a little bit of that torque on the acceleration. It's kind of fun, a little peppy. It is limited to 20 miles an hour, but it's not limited by the capacity. It's limited, programmatically. Typically these bikes, if you unlock them, if you figure out how to unlock them, usually there's a way to unlock them. They get up to like 30 miles an hour, 28, 30 miles an hour. This one's locked at 20. Which is plenty fine for the type of riding I'll do on it. It's got a nice battery, 15 amp hour battery, 48 volts, integrated into the frame there, so it makes the bike look a little nicer. Then we got dual piston hydraulic disc brakes that actually work really well. If you want to see that test, watch the last video I did, but they work really good. It's got front suspension, not adjustable, no suspension in the rear. Let's see. Yep, even though it has a longer wheelbase, it's still easy to maneuver. See, it takes this hill no problem. So it's got 20-inch wheels with, it's got the 4-inch fat tires with this sort of dual sporty type tread on them. You see all the nice little birds over here. You probably can't see it really well because of the camera. Pretty soon, the spring flowers have started to bloom, but pretty soon this whole place is going to be full of flowers. So it does have a headlight here. Yeah, usually there's a lot more birds here. There's still a lot of ducks and stuff, but usually there's a lot of cranes everywhere. It's all different kinds of birds. I think maybe it's the time of year. Pretty soon they'll be coming back north. They'll be flying north, and a lot of the migratory birds will stop off and this whole area will just be like full of them, like thousands of birds. I mean, the display is pretty straightforward. You just got these up and down arrows, light switch, power button, and this little info thing that just changed what you see on the screen, your miles per hour, trip, that kind of thing. So that rear area is very interesting on this bike because you can do so many things with it. So right now it's kind of set up for the child configuration, but you can take that sort of child holding section off and just use it as a rear rack. Just put like a little rack bag on it or something, or you could just take everything off and you could put like a top box or a delivery bag or whatever you want on this thing. It's very versatile. It can be like a family bike. I mean, even if you're just by yourself or if you got older kids, there's a pad you can put on the back to hike them. It's got these pretty big, footrests or large pegs or whatever you want to call them on the back. Very versatile. So from my house, going all around this whole area and then going back to my house is pretty much exactly, I think it's 11 or 12 miles. So we had a full charge when we left. So let's see how many battery bars we have left when we get back, and we can calculate a rough estimate of the range. Woo, it's getting breezy, but I like it. It's nice. A little chilly, but it's much nicer than it's been. It's been like really hot. Not really hot, but like in the 80s and like super muggy and rainy, thunderstorms. It's been nasty. I review a lot of bikes on my channel. Like I said, a lot of them are just high-powered bikes. They're not street legal. But it's like you don't need to have like a super powerful e-bike to have fun. This is fun. I'm having a great time just out on this thing. 20-mile-an-hour speed limit. I can even unlock this to 28 miles an hour and go pretty quick on it, It makes me kind of feel like a kid again. So you really don't need to go out shopping for the most expensive, highest power thing that's going to go 70 miles an hour or anything like that, just to get out and start riding and enjoying yourself. You can get something like this. The time of filming, I think it was about $1,000, so I think it was a great deal for this thing because it's a really high quality bike, really versatile. Prices for e-bikes are coming down a lot. Yeah, I remember the very first e-bike that I got. It was just one of these fold away. It had pretty good. I think it had a 48 volt, 14 amp hour battery. It was fold away, fat tire type bike. I had a ton of fun on that thing. It didn't have really good brakes or anything, but I think that was back in, she's got to have been like 2016 or something like that. And I think I paid like $1,400 for that bike. This bike is way higher quality than that one. Better brakes, better everything. It's just a much higher quality bike, and it's going for $1,000. So the prices have come down a lot. If you take care of them, they'll last like a really long time. These have lithium batteries. You can charge them and discharge them. I don't know. I think probably like 300 times and still be like 80%. All you really got to do is keep the chain oiled, change the tires when they need to be, and change the brake pads, and you're probably going to be good to go for a long time. Oh, I forgot to mention this thing has a 7-speed shifter and derailleur. It's got a little derailleur guard down there to help protect the chain in case you fall over, or help protect the derailleur in case you drop the bike or something like that. It's got these trigger shifters up here. You can see the flowers are starting to come out a little bit over here, but there'll be like a bunch more, like purple and blue and yellow. This whole place will be like full of them. Let me know if you guys have any questions about it. So the link for the bike is in the description. There should be a little discount code down there for you for, I think it's $100 off right at the time of this video. Buying through my link helps my channel and you get a little discount. If you've watched my other videos, I'm pretty brutally honest about these bikes. But I like to review them in the context of like their price and the class and stuff like that. This is an inexpensive class 2 e-bike, so it's like, what are you getting for your money? And that's the context I like to review them in. I'm not going to compare this to a $10,000 bike. That would be stupid. Yeah, but for what it is and for the price, you're getting an excellent bike. You're not going to get this thing and be sorry. You'll be completely happy with it, knowing what you're getting. Right, you're ordering a 750 watt class 2 e-bike. It takes hills pretty good. I like the torque. Yeah, one thing, I like the geared rear hub motors better than the direct drive ones that don't have any gears. Just because you have that extra torque, the acceleration is funner. Especially when you get up into like the higher power ones with like the dual motors and stuff like that. Those get really fun. The direct drive ones, they're simpler motors, so they're just going to last forever. They're a lot more efficient, but they're not as fun. But we're over halfway done and we still have 4 out of 5 bars on the battery right there. So just cruising around like this, if you're just cruising around the neighborhood, you're just pedaling the whole time. I've had it in low power assist 5 the entire ride. So full power the entire ride. Now we're talking. See some prettier flowers over here. I think by the end of the month, this place is going to be so beautiful, so nice. Oh. I don't know if you guys saw that, but a fish jumped over there. All right, so we're heading back now. I'll just check back in when I get home, see where the battery level's at. So I'm just using the, giving my butt a rest, and I'm just standing straight up and just kind of using the throttle to ride. And it's actually very comfortable standing up too because of the high bars. So just wanted to throw that out there too. All right, guys, I'm just 100 or so yards away from home. So we did about 11, 12 miles, and we've got 3 out of 5 bars left. So you're looking at probably about 30 miles would be reasonable in full power mode. If you're doing the same kind of style of riding I'm doing. If you're just throttle only and just pinning it, you know, in full power mode the entire time, yeah, you're not going to get that kind of range. But it's your typical sort of riding, yeah, you're going to get actually a really good range. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.